bonds. I'm giving an introduction about the pneumatic bonds. The pneumatic bonds contain air spaces that or sinuses that communicate with the atmosphere. These air spaces reduce on the weight of the bonds, enabling inflating some bags. The examples of the pneumatic bonds, we have the maxillary bonds and the cirrus and the
frontal
bonds of the skull. Well, like our brother said, the pneumatic cell and the pneumatic bonds, the examples of pneumatic bonds, you also have the frontal bone and then the maxillary bone of the skull. And then this is the skull of an animal. And then the frontal bone, it is this upper part here. And then the maxillary bone, it is the bone alongside the eye sockets around here. So you'll find that, like you said, the frontal bone, being a pneumatic bone, it also has the sinuses, which are these holes here, and it's also the same thing on the maxillary bone. It also has sinuses here, these holes here. They are both sides. And you say these sinuses, they hold, they are like air spaces that make or they reduce the weight of the bone. For example, in avian birds or the elves, you find that most of their bones, most of their body, they have pneumatic bones, which also have the sinuses. And then the purpose it is to give them buoyancy or to enable them fly, because that they are the air spaces we hope to reduce the weight of the bone. Yeah, and then basically that's what I can say about it.
Okay, to add on what my colleague has said, he has talked about the frontal bone as one of the type of this bone. Now, the other addition is the maxillary bone, which is also beneath the frontal bone, and it is this line here. We look at this line. All this below brings about what we call the maxillary. So under the maxillary, we're having the teeth around here, and then down here are also some sinuses. You know, these openings, as you say. For example, when you come back to the sinuses which are found on the frontal part of the body, in addition to what the colleague said, these sinuses also help to humidify and warm the inhaled air. So that is also one role of those sinuses, and you can find that they're even distributed on this downer part of the upper jaw. When you turn it down this side, you're also able to see the sinuses. So that is all what we have about the frontal and the maxillary bone.
Yes, you can see.
The irregular bones. These are unpaired bones which are formed on median brain. And the examples are vertebral bones and unpaired bones discarded. The examples of vertebral bones are cervical, thoracic, lumbar, and sacral. Allow me to stop here.
So, as my colleague Nicola said, an example of an irregular bone is a vertebral bone. So, a vertebral bone consists of several bones. Like we have the cervical vertebra. That cervical vertebra joins the neck to the thoracic region. So, in this thoracic region, we have the cervical bones. These protect the nervous tissue in the cervical region. So then from the thoracic region to the ribcage end, we have the thoracic bones. These thoracic bones protect the nervous tissue in the thorax, within the thorax. So then from the ribcage region to the abdomen, we have the lumbar. Then this lumbar, like the lumbar vertebrae, they have the lumbar bones. These lumbar bones protect the nervous tissue in the abdominal region. Then we have the tail part. It has the sacral vertebrae, and the sacrovertebral consists of sacral bones which protect the nervous tissue in the tail. I think basically that's what I can talk about for this. In addition to that, I'm going to show you like these vertebral bones are joined together by hyaline cartilage. At this point, you can see they're joined together by hyaline cartilage. This hyaline cartilage, saying that the vertebral bones are joined by hyaline cartilage. This cartilage, like they join these bones so that it creates a long vertebral column. This protects the nervous tissue.
As my colleague, I just talked about the different vertebral bones, and I'm going to talk about the three of them. And the first one is the cervical bone, found in the cervical vertebrae. And the next is the thoracic bone, and it's found in the thoracic vertebrae. And the third is the sacral bone, and it's found in the thoracic vein. The sacral bone is found in the sacral vertebrae, in the tail region. And I'm going to talk about the different parts of the thoracic bone in the thoracic vertebrae. Here we have the hole, and it's called the vertebral foramen. And on top of it is the body. Then we have the superior costal facets next to the transverse costal facets, and behind the hole are the superior articular facets. And this long part behind it is the spinous process. And then this other part connecting the superior costal facets and the superior articular facet is the pelvis. That's all what I have about it.
Okay, I'll continue with the examples of the regular bones. And under the unpaired bones of the skull, we have the mandibular bones. As you can see it, so this is the mandibular region. Then here is the angular process. Then when you turn here like this, you can see the mental foramen, and this side is the sinuses. So its significance is for muscle attachment, and then also provides support to the other structures.
So we finish to look at the different bones. We looked at the irregular bones and the pneumatic bones. Then here we are going to give a conclusion about the different types, the bones we looked at. Starting with the irregular, we have the vertebral bone. Those ones, they have different vertebral bones arranged in a row, forming the vertebral column, and they are connected using hyaline cartilage that gives the bone flexibility. So we are able to bend in different directions. Animals are able to bend due to the arrangement. The vertebra has also another use for protecting the spinal cord. It protects the nervous tissue inside of that vertebra. There is that nervous tissue. So the other bones we talked about, the pneumatic bones, and the significant feature which was in the pneumatic bones were the air spaces